Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Poke-based video. Today we're going to be taking a look at Autorekt battles. I decided to challenge myself after watching Purple Kyogre's video of Autorekt battles and Ultra League. In case you don't know what Autorekt is, it's basically just you delete your preset teams and you just go in with whatever the game recommends you to use. So in this case, I got recommended Torterra, Cryogonal, and Togekiss. So as you can see here, I go in with my Cryogonal against this Giratina. They swap out to Empoleon, which is a great matchup. I'm able to resist one Hydro Cannon from what I remembered because I used to run Cryogonal in the preseason and in Season 1. So I'm able to take one Hydro Cannon and I'm like, okay, maybe I could land. If I could land this Solar Beam, it's going to do great neutral damage. And it did turn out, so, hashtag get beamed against this Empoleon. So you can see here, I'm just going to let the switch clock, go down. I'm going to come in with Torterra and completely delete Empoleon with the Razor Leaves. They're going to bring in Togekiss, so I'm like, okay, the Razor Leaf is doing great damage. I'm going to go ahead and use my Frenzy Plant. If it lands, great, and it did, so I did great resistant damage. I'm just going to try and get as much damage as I possibly can, so I get the Togekiss to under 25%. And now I feel this was crucial in this matchup. So as you can see here, I'm just going to farm down the Togekiss. I'm going to shield just because I was scared of Ancient Power. So I farmed down the Togekiss, and now this is a win for me. There's no way Giratina, unless Giratina has Ancient Power, that they were going to be able to beat me. So I'm gonna shield the Shadow Sneak. I'm gonna go ahead and use Ancient Power, or I try to, but the opponent backs out. So second matchup, Flygon, Cryogonal, and Empoleon were the ones recommended for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and go in with those three Pokemon against Raphael. So as you guys can see here, Flygon versus Swampert. Now in this matchup, I know Swampert will take me out with two Hydro Cannons. So I just gotta watch out for Hydro Cannon. So as you guys know, Swampert charges up really fast. So I'm gonna go ahead and let that first Hydro Cannon hit me. I'm gonna charge up to two Dragon Claws. I'm gonna shield the second one because the second one will knock me out. So I shield it, and I'm gonna go ahead and use a Dragon Claw, expecting to get a shield. And because I did not get the shield, I felt like I should have gone for the Earth Power. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and hit him with another Dragon Claw. But this time they do shield. So right there was my mistake. I tried swapping out. The game didn't let me. You guys know what we're talking about. Niantic's Go Battle League is still not perfect. So as you can see there, I'm going to bring in my Cryogonal. And I'm just going to go ahead and try to just farm down the Swampert. As you guys remember from the first battle, I'm able to take a Hydro Cannon. So that's great. Just going to farm down, and then the second Pokemon that comes out is going to be a Registeel. And now right here, I was like, okay, there is no way of me winning this matchup. I feel like I should have just gone for the Solar Beam because a lot of people don't know the moveset. Try to swap out there, I couldn't. So I don't want to waste my shield, and I'm just going to let the Cryogonal go down with all that energy. And I'm just going to try and leave my Empoleon. I know Empoleon will not be able to beat Registeel, because Registeel also knows Focus Blast. So Focus Blast will KO me, and as you can see there, they don't shield. And right here, I'm like, okay, if I don't shield, I was going to get hit with a Focus Blast. But if I did, then I was going to be able to survive. And then they switch into their Gyarados, and probably trying to save that Focus Blast. Right here, I'm like, okay, I'm going to go for the Blizzard, which was a mistake. Should have gone with the Hydro Cannon. Probably just trying to see if they were just going to shield it. They did. And right here, I'm just going to know that a Hydro Pump will do decent amount. So as you can see, Hydro Pump goes in. And they're just going to farm me down, and I lost game 2. So let's go on to game 3. Blaziken, Venusaur, and Charizard were the ones recommended. So I'm going to go in with that team. Now, I don't like running like two of the same Pokemon, like similar, like same typings basically. So this was a challenge because I was like, okay, I'm going to go in with two fire types. One Swampert will knock me out, so thankfully we didn't see a Swampert in the lead. So as you can see, I'm like, okay, this matchup is decent for me. I'm going to be able to resist I believe which was Snarl. So they're gonna go ahead and use a dark pulse, and because Blaziken is super squishy, I am going to try and preserve some of its health. As you can see here, I swap into my Venusaur to try and catch the dark pulse. They got an extra fast move there, so they're gonna have a decent amount of energy to when they come back in. They swap out to Venusaur, and I was like, okay, I have more energy than them. Gonna be able to go for the Sludge Bomb. If they don't shield, it's gonna do close to half of its life. So as you can see there, they don't shield, and they're just great. I wanted to go for the Frenzy Plant, but because I saw they got to their Sludge Bomb, and this Sludge Bomb will not knock me out. I'm going to be with very little health. Going to go ahead and go with another Sludge Bomb. If I get this shield, great. If I don't, it's gonna get close to knocked out. So this is why PvP to some extent is important, because that Venusaur has decent PvP I was able to last a bit longer in that matchup. They go for the Sludge Bomb, which is fine. Gonna try and farm this Venusaur down. They get to another move, and I'm like, okay, if it's a Frenzy Plant, I'm gonna be able to resist. But if it's not, I'm gonna get knocked out. So I'm gonna use my last shield. They bring in their Grand Bull, and I'm gonna just farm up to 2 Blast Burns. Gonna go ahead and use the first one. I'm pretty sure they thought I was gonna bait or something, but they don't shield, so the Grand Bull gets one shot. They bring in the Muk. I go ahead and use the Blast Burn once again. And then they shield that, so I bring in my Blaziken, who already had it charged, who already had an energy, use Blaze Kick, and knocked out this Muk out of here. And they bring in their Venusaur, but they forfeit the match. So there we go. Battle number 3, Blaziken, Melmetal, and Snorlax. Now again, Snorlax is a great Pokemon to use in the Ultra League. Melmetal is also a great Pokemon to use in the Ultra League. Melmetal is only pretty squishy in the Great League, but Master League is also a great Pokemon. So we're gonna go ahead. Blaziken, Charizard. Now in this matchup, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and stay in here, use as much charge moves as I possibly can, do as much damage as I possibly can. Because I was counting, I noticed that they got to their move pretty quickly, so it's not gonna be a Blast Burn. I'm not gonna shield Dragon Claw, so great. We're both around the same health. Gonna go ahead, and they got to their move first. But again, I didn't feel like it was gonna be a Blast Burn, so it's a Dragon Claw. I don't shield. They got me pretty low, but I'm able to use a Blaze Kick. If we get the shield, great. If we don't, then it'll be pretty dead. But we get the shield, which is great. Gonna go ahead and come in with the Melmetal, farm down energy, or farm down to get energy. I'm sorry. And as you can see there, I'm gonna shield because I'm afraid of Blast Burn. Blast Burn will knock out Melmetal. But I'm able to beat this Charizard, farm down. They got me to half health. And the next Pokemon is going to be a Giratina. And the cool thing about Melmetal is that it's going to resist Giratina's moves because of its steel typing. So while the Dragon Breath won't do as much, Dragon Claw won't do as much. So they're going to have to go for their Shadow Sneaks. But because I had so much energy, look, I already got the Giratina down to half life. And they haven't even used the charge move on me yet. So I got to another rock slide. Gonna go ahead and look at that. Now it's at 25% health. They're going to use probably a Shadow Sneak, but it's not gonna knock me out. So I'm still gonna have a decent amount of health left, pretty low actually. But I'm gonna be able to get to another rock slide, and this one should knock out the Giratina if they don't shield. So I was able to beat a Giratina with a Melmetal. They bring in Gyarados. I was kind of hoping my Melmetal was gonna have a bit more health. But because it didn't, right here, I was afraid of the Hydro Pump, so I decided to shield. But I should have probably been a bit more careful and noticed that they use their move really quick. So I got baited, and then I'm just gonna go with Body Slams. They don't shield, and right here I'm like, okay, I have to get to a couple more Body Slams. This one, because they still have a shield, I gotta get to at least one more. But they're probably already near crunch range. So they're probably just going to go ahead and farm more energy and get to Hydro Pump. I was like maybe 2 or 3 licks away from the Body Slam. They get Hydro Pump and they knock me out. So there I was, 1 and 2. For me, it was great to use just Autorekt and to have 1 and 2. For me, I felt that was decent because I don't have a strat, so I'm just going with whatever they pick for me. So it's a bit tougher than going in with just your regular, like, oh, I'm gonna use this and I have this for that and this. Right here I'm just going with random. So Charizard, Escavalier, this is a perfect lead for me. And they swap out to their Grand Bull, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna wait, build up a bit more energy. And I don't know if they were, I don't think they were lagging, they probably just stopped tapping. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring in Melmetal to resist the charms. And I'm gonna get to my Rock Slide really quick because it just takes 5 taps. They shield, which is great. And right here, I know I know Grand Bull knows close combat, so I'm just gonna shield just to be, just to be safe. And I'm gonna just go ahead and go for another Rock Slide. I'm not gonna try to farm it down because it's gonna take a lot of time and they could be getting me pretty low. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the Rock Slide. They bring back Escavalier. I know Escavalier knows counter, so it's doing super effective to me. So I'm just gonna try and do as much damage as I possibly can. I'm gonna go ahead and lash out the superpower. I get it almost to half. I got it to 50% health. And I'm gonna bring back in the Charizard. They swap back out to Empoleon, but I tapped on Dragon Claw, so I didn't waste up my energy. They shield, which is amazing. They've shielded a Dragon Claw, and I'm gonna bring in Scizor now. I'm gonna be able to outpace Empoleon because Waterfall hits hard, but Waterfall takes a bit too long to charge. So as you can see there, I'm able to get to 2 Night Slashes, and they're still not, throwing out the Hydro Cannons yet, or at least I'm assuming they have Hydro Cannon. So as you can see here, I get to my 3rd one, so they didn't even use a charge move. I feel they were just trying to farm me down, got me pretty low, and then as you can see here, I get the boost, but they forfeit. So, that was a good battle, and that was it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys had fun watching these Autorekt battles. I hope you guys are doing well in Master League. The Premier Cup, I already started, and I did pretty well on my first set. So I'm really excited for that mode. Hope you guys have a good one, and I'll see you guys on the next video.